Hey, do you want to embrace the beauty of your body as it is now without preconceptions, without trying to change yourself? Stay tuned because today we are exploring how to be confident in your flesh. My name is Candia, and you are at the Sensual Sessions Podcast, the place to explore sensing pleasure through your senses and moving in a way that it's free from inhibition and full of self expression. And please go to my website to get these episodes delivered on your inbox every week. It's my name, candiaraquel.com, www.candiaraquel.com. And today we have a very special guest. This is Sharon Dumfries. She's in the Netherlands right now, or in Belgium, and
In the
she's
Netherlands.
in Netherlands, and she's a gorgeous sensual model. So Sharon, welcome. I am very happy to have you here. Please tell us about yourself.
Hi, thank you. Thank you for having me here. Well, if I would introduce myself, I would say I am a plus size model first, if you see me on Instagram. Thank you for the nice introduction. My background is actually a biologist. I did study biology and I was always a part-time teacher. I teach biology in high school to high school kids. And next to it, I always did some plus size modeling. So I juggled both jobs. And now I started a great project with another photographer. We started Confidence Creators to help people be more happy with themselves and more happy with their bodies and put them beautifully on pictures.
Yes, I love to know that we are colleagues. We are both biologists, and that we are following an unexpected but very heartfelt path. And confidence creators, I think it's something that we should all explore, because why wouldn't be confident? And I am curious about you presenting yourself as a plus size model. And I mean, you are gorgeous, beautiful, and like this idea of being plus size, or like I feel that our idea of just a normal happy body in our
Yeah.
society is distorted. So how is it for you to be a model and to, well, I feel it's great that there's like, okay, an openness for plus size, though
Mhm.
there shouldn't be, I feel there shouldn't be the need of saying, okay, like super skinny or plus size or super fit body, but we
Yeah.
still do that. So, yeah, how is it for you?
I didn't actually realize it until I became a model because I was just enjoying myself, almost finished my biology degree to become a teacher, and I was dancing. And then they asked me to become a model. So I was actually really surprised why they asked me to be a model. And I was looking at all the other models around, and they were all skinny. So I thought, why are you choosing me? I am much bigger. They were really telling me that they were looking for plus size models or bigger size models because they almost have no models with plus size or bigger size. So I was surprised. And then I was thinking, okay, they're actually looking for somebody who looks like me to represent other women. So that's beautiful. So
Yeah.
I was really like very in awe that I could like maybe have a little position for some women to see that it's also beautiful and okay and normal to be also a model or a woman, doesn't matter, and wear beautiful fashion and feel beautiful, even though you don't always feel like it. You should always be okay with
Yes.
yourself and with your body.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you should always be okay with yourself and your body. And I love the idea of you representing an ideal of beauty to a lot of women that can relate to your shape and your beauty. I mean, I would love to have your hair. You have a lovely hair. And
Thank
also, like, you're tall. Like I am 168 and I think you are like taller.
178. Yeah.
Yeah, and like clothes I feel look very nice in tall bodies, and the thing is that I will never be you. Like I cannot do anything to
Yeah.
be taller, and I could curl my hair, but it's not the same. Like I will, like if I want to be Sharon, uh,
Yeah.
I would always have to put on work to be like someone that I am not. And
I also sometimes would like to be shorter. I also straight my hair sometimes. I also feel like sometimes I'm too tall, I'm too big, I'm too dark skinned. So I think like you're saying, like what work you have to do to be somebody else, but you just have to be you and
yeah,
feel and be present and be loving and enjoy life and spread the love, right?
yeah, yeah, embody your own beauty instead of getting derailed by the beauty of someone else. And
Yeah.
I I love that you're doing this work of modeling, because then I realized that okay, I will never have your hair or your height, but I can be inspired in the way that you own your uniqueness, and then look within myself and embody my uniqueness. And this
Yeah.
is something that I feel it's so empowering and healing for women, because there's a whole industry making trillions of dollars out of our insecurities. So actually coming out as you are, as I am, as the sensualist here listening and watching are, is it's an act of rebellion, and it's also an act of taking ownership, but not in a scandalous way, though it can be
Yes.
scandalous. It's like, wow, self love can be revolutionary. And again, I really love that you, you being a plus size model can be like a reference for women that can connect with you, because here in Mexico, and like I have a background in ballet, and my body is not like the typical ballet dancers, that they are shorter and they need to be shorter because, well, there are exceptions like Sylvie Guillaume that is super tall and wow, she's unique, but like to be on the point of your shoes, of your toes, and also for men to be able to lift you and throw you to the air and flip you and catch you
Yes.
and etc. It's easier if they are 150, like really short and really thin, almost like with a body of a teenage boy. And for me, it was a huge struggle not having physical role models when I grew up, because my body, my mom is very skinny, and like even my face, I mean, she's my mother, but we are very different. I am like sturdy, I am like a brick. And
Mm.
I grew up without an image to mirror myself as someone like pretty or at least normal, because also Mexican women are like different. I have like a mix of Dutch background and Spanish and etc., and I have a big nose in comparison. And yeah, I felt I was ugly. That's the truth. And that's something that sometimes still haunts me, though I've done a lot of work. And the turning point for me was when one of my students, way older than me, uh, was talking to me about doing performances and creating like collages of her face put
Mm-hmm.
into the frame and body painting of the Mona Lisa or traditional paintings. And I was like, wow, that's interesting, and like it fits you. And then she told me, yeah, I am a proud representative of like classical museum beauty, and you too. And then I was like, Ah, okay, it's true. Like you see the sculptures in Rome, and they are chubby. They have love handles like me,
Yeah.
and they have a big nose, and they
That's
have
what we need. We
like
need
the
representation.
we need representation. And for me it was like, ah, okay, in another place and in another area, my kind of beauty was represented as wow, like a goddess almost.
Yes.
And I felt like because also I was super rejected by the guys that I liked in high school and university because of that. Because like they had the influence of the representation of beauty according to our Mexican culture, and I didn't fit
Yes.
in. So it's been a long way to own my beauty, and I feel that's why it's so important to to feel that your your way of being is represented outside. Yeah, that was a lot
Totally
of
agree.
work. Yeah.
It took some, you really needed it off your chest. That's what you
Yes,
need.
yes,
That's what
yes.
you
And
went
I
through.
and I
Yeah.
hope this helps a lot of people to find like representation. So my question is, have have you struggled with this, or you could see yourself represented in the beauty of Aruban women, or perhaps your mother, or were you like, did you grow up like an outsider to your beauty like me?
Yes, I was an outsider.
You were an
So,
outsider.
yes, when I was living in Aruba, I grew up there as a kid and as a teenager. A lot of, yeah, other people were more the uh, Indian related, so light skin, straight hair. So, usually no dark people on Aruba. And I was bigger and taller than the rest. So I was bigger in size, taller in size, darker skin, different hair. I didn't have the capacity yet, and my mom either, because my mom, she is Dutch and Indonesian with straight hair, and she didn't really know what to do with my hair at first. So we tried a lot of stuff. Yeah. So first I tried to relax my hair, but then my hair would break because the weather there is very hot and warm, and or it's the same, and the water is salty. So that was very bad for my hair. So until much later, I started to embrace my curls, and also much later, I started to embrace me being taller because I became a model thanks to that. But at first, when I was a kid, I was always the outsider. I felt I was very insecure myself, so I wasn't very good at being able to be like strong, or ready to be like, this is me, I am accepting myself. I definitely was not like that, so they took me as a target to bully me the quickest. So yeah, that was a hard time, but then I know how it feels, and I really like to help others. And I've been to so much of not being accepted for how I looked like, that now I do have a job as well to be a model. So then I can help others that I know how it feels, and I can help them see
Yes.
their inner beauty and also their outside beauty. So both. And then I want to see it come together, because that's what happened with me as well.
Well, that's a huge lesson. Like the same thing that you may have been bullied for might be exactly the same thing that you may end up making a living from. Like
Yes.
what other people see as your biggest flaw can in
Yes.
actuality be your biggest gift and your biggest strength. And
Yeah.
had you tried to change yourself and fit to what other people said, so you wouldn't be bullied, then you wouldn't have the job you have. And
Yes, exactly.
wow, this is a huge lesson, because I mean, it's natural to try to belong, and it's natural, especially when we are younger. We need to have some belonging, because we depend on our parents
Agree.
and in our
Agree.
immediate.
There
Try.
was one thing that did bring me to be more myself, and that was dancing. You were
Dancing.
you were talking about ballet. For
Yes.
me as well, I had a lot of different classes of dancing that helped me to, yeah, express myself more because I was always very insecure. And yeah, my mom brought me to dancing. That was one of my biggest gifts I had in my life, to at least move and be happy. And then slowly I would grow in that, because also as a dancer I was big, so they put me in the back, they put me on the side, always in the back, because I'm so big anyways. It's not that big, but still they would look at it like, this looks better. So I was always used to that. I'm never supposed to be in front, until after years it changed. And then they actually wanted me in the front and in the middle, and for me to be expressive. So yeah,
Yeah.
dancing.
Wow. Like you have always been a son, and like you draw the attention, so they put you behind and to the side to not
Yeah,
capture the attention, and then finally they gave up and like, no, okay, she has to be at the center of attention because she is anyway, like otherwise the attention is gonna go there. And wow, it's like a like a challenge to embrace who you are, so you are love, to embrace who you are, whether you like it or not, and let who you
yeah,
are be seen and
yeah,
show as you are, with even with what you think are your flaws,
yes,
so people can see the truth, and they can choose, like it's up to you to reject me, to walk away. But if you stay, it means that you're staying for the right reasons. You're staying
yeah.
because you agree with how I present myself in my true self. So then we can have like a sincere connection. But it's a long way. Do you can
I
you
agree. A long way,
a
a
long
very long
way?
way.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree. You said it so well. Also, with the parts which you also don't like, embrace them as well. And also because we have to be authentic and not fake. And also, if every time over and over again you get closer to being yourself and being okay without being fake or having a mask, so that maybe a person will stay. So, and you say it very well. You put it very well into words.
Yes. And can you recall the time that you embraced your curls? I mean, was it a moment, a happening, or it just like happened a long time?
Oh, well, for me, it has been a process that slowly went into becoming more able to see what makes my curls pop. So if I would use certain products, my hair would be beautiful, and then it dries up and it's messy and it's dry, and the curls are gone. So I had a whole process of getting to know what your curls need, because they need so much more moisture. They are so much more dry than straight hair. And so I actually had to go into the biology of
Wow.
hair. Yeah, and
Yeah.
which was very, because I'm a biologist, I love to know, oh, what does it actually mean to really take care of curls, and why does my hair need this and not that? And that's why my hair curls now. So now I know that my hair needs less protein, no silicones, no sulfates to damage my hair, and that's all those like chemical names where you can look at, and then if you know it, then you
Yeah.
can, yeah, figure it out.
Love it. Like, okay, curly hair needs more moisture.
Yeah,
I would have never imagined that curls would dry. Like, they need a special love. And
yeah, they do a lot.
and I love how it's like not like, oh no, I don't like my eyebrows, so I'm gonna like wax them off away and forget about them, or like cover it up. But instead, like, okay, there's something in me, and I'm gonna explore with curiosity and love and see what happens, what works the best for me, my unique self, my unique biology, and then I will
Yeah.
find the formula. And it's like it applies to everything. It applies to what's your own style of clothing, because you may follow the advice of magazines, but I mean, no matter how good you look on the outside, if you're not comfortable in the clothings, that's what you're gonna project. So it's not like a yes or no or an all or nothing thing. Like, okay, I
Yes.
don't like my hair and I am gonna do curls or whatever. It's like I'm gonna work with it and explore, and it's like dialogue with the self. And I feel, because we say like, yeah, just be authentic and get out of the box, like coming out of a retreat and you want
Yeah.
the limits to go away, and that can be like destabilizing. And I love like the okay, I experimented with different products until I found the right one, and it's like, okay, why wouldn't we get to know ourselves in this way, in
Yes.
a scientific experimental way,
Yes.
which is also like playful and and fueled by curiosity, not like, oh no, I need to look pretty, otherwise my boyfriend or girlfriend is gonna leave me, or I won't get the job or whatever. No, it's for me, and it's like, let's see how I react to this look or to this outfit or to this lipstick. Yeah.
Yeah. I love the part of the self-exploration and also to figure things out and have the time to see what happens. And for me, like the self-exploration and being okay with what is, and even if I just fluff my hair a little bit more, I probably feel much better if
Wow,
I
it
just,
looks
you know,
great.
give it more volume, and then it's like, woo, yes.
Woo,
If I just put a little bit of extra eyeliner, I already feel better today, but maybe tomorrow I don't need it. But
that's great. Yeah.
yeah, but maybe today I just needed coffee, or maybe I
Yeah.
needed some more water, or maybe some little bit more sleep, or maybe I needed something that was more airy because it's so warm, and then I feel good anyways. Maybe I just needed some sun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like a self sensing, and like the almost like the ritual of both adornment and the ritual of feeling good in this moment. Like, okay, what I need in this moment is to do something to my hair, or a
Yeah.
little more lipstick, or maybe
Yeah. But
maybe
only if you want to,
only if you want to. And it's
because
like,
maybe today is just not your day, and never mind.
yeah, and drop it. So,
Be okay with your blanket and
yeah,
with your cup of tea, and just
and your
be okay.
bed hair. And
You don't need to prove anybody, right?
yeah, yeah, and I love this because it's not like when I get the boob job or the plastic surgery, I'm finally gonna feel beautiful and happy. Or when I eat more, I don't know, more protein, or when I
A
make
lot of
more
people
money,
think
or
like that.
when I get married, when I get the job, when then I'm and
Yes.
no, like
My
just
brain was also like that.
yeah, like we like procrastinate on embracing our feminine beauty like right now. Like maybe what you need is just like some perfume, and then you're like, whoo, ready to go.
Exactly.
You don't need a plastic surgery or work or like do all of
Yeah.
that if you want, but don't do it so you can get there when you in actuality you are already there. You're already
Yeah. Or why would
You're
you do
beautiful.
it to get the attention from that man, but he's not your man? Because why he would not choose you
Exactly.
because you had your boob job, yes or no? And that's
Exactly.
why I also love the idea of living with your menstrual cycle, because
Yes.
when you are in your menstrual period, you probably don't feel just as well as when you're ovulating. And then you feel, oof, like doesn't matter what you wear and no makeup, nothing, and it's fine.
Yes.
Yeah, also be a lot of self-love actually is the
A lot
most
of,
important part.
yeah, a lot of self-love. And the other day a friend posted something on Instagram on how is like the ideal love that you're looking for. And it was in reference to your partner. And I was like, I want to know what's self-love for a starter, because it's easier for me and maybe for many women to be the caregivers and take care that everyone is all right, and it's important for us to be loved and to be accepted. And a lot of women go to lip fillers, implants, surgeries, very aggressive diets or fitness routine and stuff in order to get the love of their partner or the acceptance of, I don't know, Hollywood. And you mentioned something very important, like you will, no matter what you do with your body, and it doesn't even matter if the man comes back to you because of that, because you will always know that the guy didn't choose you for who you were when you were before the implants or etc. And it's like also like a trap and manipulation, and it's very challenging. And I
Yeah.
feel self-love have to do with that capacity to stand on your own, on your 2 feet, and say like, this is what you see is what you got, and
Yes.
like take it or leave it. And yeah, like some days I'm gonna be ovulating and like whoo, and some days I'm gonna
Yes.
feel terrible and hide under a blanket. But like, this is me, and if you don't want me the way I am, then I don't
Yeah.
want you. So
And you are not my person. No.
that's the key. I'm not giving up on myself in order to please you.
Yes.
And it's great to have the role models of strong women that 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 model that you
Yes.
can reflect on and say like, okay, that's the way to go. And you always, when you are loved because of being like, I mean, they sometimes the people that love you even more than how much you love yourself. And that's great, but I feel
But
self-love
it
is
should be
very
the other way
important.
around in a way, but not in an egoistic or um, narcissistic way, but in the self-compassion way.
Yes.
So yeah, and I find that so important also to represent. At first, you said also about the surgeries. I always find that really hard as well in the past to think that I should change my body, that I should have a BBL or I should have a breast lift or anything more done to me. So I would be more like what you see in the media the most. But I thought, okay, let me just at least try. I'm not going to be the biggest one, but I'm going to just try to show everybody that it's also okay not to have all those things done. Just be you and
Yeah.
just show it. And I see a lot of women as well showing their imperfections and not being perfect. And I prefer to see just the person and their
Yes.
charisma and what they have to say, or if they are fun, or what they're wearing and enjoying life. That's so
Yeah.
much more important.
Yeah, it's almost as if imperfections makes you juicy. I also notice myself like kind of appreciating the content creators that use no filter, and you can see like the wrinkles, you can see the open pores, you can see the so-called imperfections. But now that we are like entering the artificial intelligence era, it's like almost like freshness, almost like a relief to see someone that looks like they look in real
Yes.
life. Like,
Oh,
okay, you feel,
yeah.
I feel that I am seeing you. I feel that I am or that you are talking to me and not a machine or something artificial. And then, like, I recall, for example, the beauty mark from Cindy Crawford, a very famous model in the 90s. And everyone rejected her because of her beauty mark. And then that was like her signature. And she was the one that championed the top model era, that it was a set of like five,
Yeah.
seven top models that made a lot of money. And what they all had in common was that they had absolutely nothing in common. And they were like kind of very unique. And I feel that's an inspiration also because she was super fit, coming from an era of starving women that looked almost, well, many of them were ill. And again, it's so important to remember, like, the reason you were bullied is the same reason
Mm.
you can make money from, you can profit
Yes.
from. And then maybe get curious,
Yeah.
wouldn't maybe the people that bullied you in the past were actually somehow envious.
Yes.
And it's very
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, that's the there's this beautiful podcast. No, not podcast, TED Talk made about the difference between self-compassion and self-esteem. And there, Kirsten Neff, professor, she explained the difference, and also that if people have high self-esteem, it could be also that a lot of people, because they try to get their self-esteem, they bully others to feel like they're better, and then they get their esteem higher. But if there's more self-compassion, then it's just about being okay with things that are not going well and also the things that are going well. So you have compassion for others, but also towards yourself, which is much more a rating of if you're feeling better in with yourself, if you have more self-compassion instead of self-esteem, because they have more like um, yeah, the parts of like bullying or things that are not nice are more combined with having too much self-esteem. So I agree with you what you're saying, that if people are very especially when they're young, they are not aware that they want to try to have their own position towards others. They don't want to be bullied themselves. So when they're kids and when they're young, they don't know what they're doing, but they're bullying others so that they feel better. So it's so important when they're young to be already like more mature people should be able to guide the kids what they're doing. What are they actually doing? We should not be treating each other like that. That's not normal.
That's not normal, and it's detrimental for both people, for more for
Yeah.
the bullied person, but on the long run for the bully himself, because they build a self-concept based
Yes.
on lies, which is like the analogy of self-esteem, that it's not that you have yourself in high regards, in high esteem, because you feel that you are worthy. No, it's because you feel that you are more worthy than someone else that you put down so you can be
Yeah.
on top. So that is like, at the end, it's like shooting yourself in the foot, because you will always depend on someone being below you.
Yes, and
And
also you depend on if everybody around you. So why would you try to put down others? They will also put you down when they have the chance. So
exactly.
what's happening here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they come back, retaliation will
Yeah.
come back and bite you in the ass. And
Yes.
in contrast, self-compassion, it's like a more authentic expression of self-love. Like I feel that I am valuable, especially when I am at my worst. And it's not like, okay, you can be
Yes.
lazy. And no, it's like, okay, you're going through hell. Maybe you made a mistake. Can you be respectful for yourself? Can you treat yourself in a loving way, particularly when you failed? Because it's very easy
Yes.
to love yourself and be proud of yourself after a huge
When things are
success.
good.
When
Yes.
things
When
are
you have
good,
success. Look at me. Look what I have achieved. Look how great I am. Look, isn't that great? And then, okay, what if you fail? You also need a lot of failure before you get to the top.
yeah,
Yes.
and interesting. You need a lot of failure before you get to the top, meaning it takes a lot of resistance to frustration and a lot of self compassion to really achieve success, because you need
Yes.
to have like a backlog of many hours of trial and error. It's a
Yes.
scientific thing.
Yes, it is. I've
Yeah,
also been coaching at school with teenagers, and I was a specialist at fear of failure because I was also very afraid of failing. When I was dancing and I had to perform on stage, I could have blocks, and so, or when I would have to talk in front of people, my voice would tremble. I couldn't find the words. So I also felt like this is something very close to me and close to my heart. And let me see what I can do to help others also, come over their fear and make something greater out of it. Also, if they see that I also know how it feels and I also still struggle with not wanting to fail, but you need to go through it. Yeah.
yeah, you need to go through it, and again come back to that place of self-compassion that has, I feel, like the glow of authentic pride. Like you are proud of yourself because you're proud of who you are, or you are proud of being, you are proud of just like being alive, rather
Yeah.
than tying the idea of your self-worth to success, which is always measured in regards to the others, like how much money you made, or
Yes.
how many likes you get on Instagram.
Too much comparison.
Too much comparison. And I feel that's the key to really embody the your natural beauty, and really
Yes.
feel confident to express yourself sensually, because it's like I am proud of who I am, not of, regardless of what have I done. And it's because I am proud of myself, because I know I have a good heart, and I know my body shape and my body type, and I accept it, and even more I like it, and I let my beauty be seen. So,
Very well said again.
yeah,
Yes.
thank you. So tell us about Confidence Creators. What's the project about?
Yeah, actually, the photographer Milton and I, we were doing a setup to try to see if we could make a podcast together. He wanted to make a podcast, and we started to talk about our passion and how I became a model and how he became a photographer. And we were just talking about what do we actually want to achieve? What do we want to do? And we were both like in the same specific theme that we really want to help others to see their beauty and help coach them and then let them see and also put that they could see that on a picture. Or I really want to combine my background as a teacher, as a coach, and a model. I really want to do that together and see what I can do to help others to see what I've been through and how I have made so many big steps, that I can also give them the same lessons and the same things I've learned. I can tell them what I do to pose correctly and what my mindset has changed, why and how. And Milton also always wanted to put especially plus size people on stage on the picture. So he has like his full Instagram is almost with curvy people who a lot of times don't even see how beautiful they are. And he makes the best pictures, and together we were making pictures year by year, over and over again, and the pictures became better and better, just a collaboration, just to help each other. And now after 8 years or so, we were like, okay, well, if this is what we want, why shouldn't we just try and do something?
Wow.
And then, yeah, the end of last year was okay, let's do it. And then we had opportunity to have a studio, and we were like, okay, this is very quick. Well, let's just try. We don't know what's going to happen. Let's make up a name. uh, let's make a design. Let's see if people are interested. And now we are already doing it for half a year now. And yeah, at first we had a lot of models booking, or models, actually it didn't matter, everybody booked. A lot of people who really wanted to see what type of pictures they could make. And we have so many happy clients already. So we had a very great start. Sometimes we don't have a lot of bookings, and then we make a lot of content. So we just try to make the best out of it and just keep on trying. And we hope to reach more and more people in the future.
I
Yeah.
love it. I love your project to help others see their own beauty, but it's not like, okay, I see it because I look at myself in the mirror. No, see it in a picture, because there's something paradoxical. You can be beautiful, but you
Yeah.
will never see yourself because your eyes are inside of you. and
Yeah.
and I remember the first time I listened to my voice, I was shocked, like, oh no, I can't believe my voice is that horrible, because my voice sounds in a certain way inside my skull, and on the outside is
Yeah.
different. And the same with certain portraits, or the typical passport picture that you are always like super tired with a bad camera and you have like a potato face, like
They
sh-
are
sh-
definitely not helping for you to
no-
be like in your
not
power on the
helping to see
picture.
your beauty.
So,
And again, if you have all the noise of all the volleys, etc., so it's like a great practice to see your own beauty. Like, okay, we are already too hard on ourselves, and we already live in a comparison society.
yeah,
So it's very important to put that, to create a space to put that aside, in order to just feel comfortable to let your beauty be seen. It's like, okay, it's not that you're not beauty, it's like you're not letting it be seen. You need to take the mask off, and
yes,
and then like allow it to be captured in a picture. So I feel like it's your project is even healing. So would you share with
well,
us?
you're talking about healing,
Yeah,
and because thanks to Teaser, who you still have to interview for your
yeah,
podcast, that's the reason I came and we are talking now together here.
yes,
But Teaser, we also were able to capture her at the Confidence Creators, and because I gifted her a photo shoot, because she gifted me a whole session of her classes in in last May.
yeah.
So I wanted to give her something back, and so we captured her, and now we actually are making like we want to try to make a collab, which we will not say anything yet else about, but the part of healing and how you can do work together with more people and to create something healing and capture it. Yes, we I am like looking forward to it. I can't say much about it, but Yeah,
It's coming
yeah,
soon.
it's all about healing, and that's the most important part. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
healing and embodying beauty and the sensual kizomba movement. So,
yeah.
what is a good tip that we can follow to pose, for example, for a selfie, and that we like feel confident to let our body express our natural beauty and it being captured? Because sometimes I take selfies and it's like I, I,
Yeah,
I am okay with taking 50 selfies and then
yeah,
I pick on the one that is the less worse. But it's
yeah.
not like I have a technique or I know.
Yeah, well, the technique, there are a few techniques. Of course, you need good light because if
Okay.
the light isn't hitting your face right, your face looks older or less fresh or tired. So you need the right angle. So if you stand in a room, the light comes in from the window. Of course, you have to stand towards the window and not
Okay.
away.
Okay.
And then the technique is also if you really want to be relaxed. And, of course, if you're too relaxed, then you will become a potato. But
Yeah.
if you have some type of posture, of course, a nice posture will help. And then if you want to take a selfie, don't go too high because
Okay.
then your face, you have to look at the right angle. So you don't want to go too high or too low because too low is too much uh, of the under chin
Double
vibes.
chin.
And if you go too high, then sometimes it's not so realistic because you become like distorted and sometimes your face becomes much smaller.
Okay.
So, and preferably you don't go in front of your face, but you go an angle.
Okay.
But you can also, yes, very good. But you also can play with your face as well. Change the angles a little bit. So not too forward, but changing a little bit because we have to go scientific. We
Yeah.
don't have to go 90 degrees or 0 degrees, but more like 45 or,
Okay.
in between. Search the lights. And
Nice.
then I look in the camera like you're looking at, I don't know, somebody you really like. That
Okay.
really,
Okay.
and
Wow.
then
Look at the
if you,
camera.
yeah, and if you look at the camera and you feel like you find something funny, or maybe you feel awkward and then you laugh about it, then at least it's real. So you
Okay.
do have to make a story in your head, a simple one that you can laugh like really authentically, and then you make the picture.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Loving it. I'm loving it because it's like ah, the story like organizes the body and it's not like, oh no. Well, actually,
Yeah,
I just
otherwise you
had.
will think, oh no, and then you see that in the picture that you were
Aha.
thinking. Yeah.
Aha. Aha. It's
Yeah.
like
You have to think about
you become
something,
very
and that's
transparent.
what you capture. If you think of nothing, people, also models that think of nothing, they look empty.
They look empty.
Yeah.
Wow, this is very interesting and very
Yeah.
powerful also as a self-knowledge tool because you can catch and literally capture what the expressions of your thoughts were in that moment and
Yeah.
how you were feeling about yourself. And for example, when you said like imagine you're looking at someone that you like, I started to feel really shy and then I catch myself like, okay, there's some material to work on that. Like, why do
Mm.
I shrink? And maybe I can be coy, but maybe find other
It could
ways
also be
to
a cute
express.
picture that you look a little bit shy away and then you look back and then you have
Yeah,
a
yeah,
picture.
yeah,
Or if you
yeah,
say maybe you want to practice that you are able to look at the person that you like and practice to look a little bit longer. Practice to just, if you would imagine looking back, I think everybody who likes somebody else will not look very long, but you will still look again and then again. And
and then
then,
again.
yeah, you get used to it.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
I like it. I like it very much. This practice of creating confidence and letting your beauty be seen and captured in a picture. So tell us, how can we know more about your work, book a session? I don't know if you give online coaching or we have to travel to Amsterdam.
Oh, yeah. I think we will be bookable everywhere. It depends on our schedule when we are both able to. So we are open to bookings worldwide.
Nice. Oh,
Definitely.
that's fantastic. That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
The thing is we have to always look forward in our schedules to see if we both are able to go together. Then we are bookable as a team.
As a
That
team,
would be nice. Yeah.
photographer and teacher,
Yes.
beauty embodiment
So
teacher.
yeah.
And how can we contact you? Do you have a social media website?
Yes, well, until now, we especially have Instagram that is very active.
Okay.
So confidencecreators.nl because we are
Okay.
in the Netherlands, confidencecreators.nl. And that's where Milton and I both have our work online. And we also have the bookings links where you can at least book the sessions we have in the Hague
In the
because we
Hague.
have a studio there, a very big daylight studio in The Hague.
Yeah.
And so the rest of this year, we still have that studio and we shoot there a few times a month. So it's not a lot, but we have at least we have some days that we are able to do the booking. So it's always, you need to be able to schedule it in the same day otherwise you have to look the next month.
Yeah. So if we see a spot, we have to book it right away.
Yes, exactly.
Fantastic.
Exactly. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sharon. I really enjoyed talking with
Thank
you.
you. Well,
Very important topic.
yeah, it was a good conversation,
Great
back
conversation
and forth. Yeah.
indeed. Thank you. And also, thank you, Sensualist, for being here. And make sure to go to Instagram and follow at confidencecreators.nl and book your shooting soon because otherwise you'll miss your spot.
Um,
And also, if you haven't already, go grab the free guide to awaken sensuality on my website, which is my name, candiaraquel.com, www.candiaraquel.com. Until next time, remember to take the time to sense your fire so you can share the flame.